Hello and welcome back to Monkey Gardening. It's been very wet for the last few days. It's the first time I've been able to get out here for a couple of days. It's supposed to be rainy again tomorrow, but the rest of today is supposed to be dry. This is kind of peak garden in a way. Everything's at its maximum point of growth. Most hours of sunshine, quite a lot of, well, not sunshine, but daylight hours. The little trick I showed you in the last episode about helping the flowers to fertilise, it seems to be doing the job. I've now got nice big courgettes growing. I've got the my Brussels sprouts under netting to keep them away from butterflies. I've been checking the cabbages every now and then. Even though it's been raining, I've been nipping out just to check that they're not infested with caterpillars. So far, no sign. I've had to raise up the tomato cloche again. These plants are really getting big. I might just snip out the growing point on these. They're probably big enough. I'm still getting lots of fruit, which is good. I said in the last episode I was going to clear this bed out, and I still intend to do that, but I'm going to wait till the weather's a bit nicer. So for now, I'm just going to walk around the garden and check everything's okay. Right, so my first job is I've taken some of the bamboo poles out of the pea bed and made this tower here. And this is what I'm going to train my butternut squash up against. You can see it grows from this end. This is a growing tip. So hopefully I'll be able to train it up this pole. I've got another couple of butternut squashes growing in seedling corner, which need potting up actually. I don't know whether they'll get big enough to produce fruit, but we'll find out. I don't really know whether this one will produce fruit, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to find out. I've never grown butternut squash before, so I'm kind of intrigued as to how it grows. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and plant this in and then tie up this end to the pole. Okay, so I've planted that in and I've tied up the growing tip to the cane. And as it grows up, I'll attach more string to it. It's a very substantial plant, so the roots have completely filled this pretty big pot. So I had to dig quite deep down to get it in. There's plenty of moisture in the soil. I gave it a little bit of water in the bottom of the hole. So yeah, see what happens with that. Okay, so I've just come upstairs so I can give you a better view of the garden so you can see just how much growth everything's put on in the last couple of weeks. And there's been a mixture of heat, a lot of rain, a lot of humidity. Yeah, everything's just gone bananas. So this is probably the most grown the garden will look in a year. And it's quite amazing actually, thinking back to the first episode, the graveyard shift, where there was nothing and everything was dead. And 90% of this is all grown from seed. Anyway, enough patting myself on the back, let's get on with some jobs. Right, next job is clear out this pea bed. You can see it's been absolutely eaten away. I looked it up and I said in the previous episode I saw a bee cut out a circle of, or semicircle of leaf and fly off with it. Well, they're actually called leaf cutter bees, which I didn't know existed, but there you go. And they've enjoyed the hell out of this patch of peas. So yeah, it's not really producing any fruit, you know, maybe 5 monge 2 from the entire bed. I had quite a lot of pea shoots in salads earlier in the season, but that's all gone now. This isn't doing anything useful. So I'm going to strip all of this out and then we'll decide what to plant in here. So that's the pea bed cleared. I've left the poles in for now because I may use them for growing beans up against. But yeah, it didn't take very long to take the peas out. They weren't very strong plants. They're never really strong to start with. I tried germinating more as well a few weeks ago, but they didn't really get going. So for whatever reason, the pea gods were not with us this year. I think part of it is the location, but I also think the seeds weren't very good. So yeah, I'm now going to have a look at what plants I've got to plant out and try and work out what's going to go where. So I've got a couple of options. One option would be to plant out my tomatoes in this bed. But the problem is that this bed doesn't get an awful lot of light, and the tomatoes seem quite happy here. They're already flowering. I've been quite vigilant about taking the side shoots out, and I think they'll be okay in pots. They were a bit of an afterthought doing tomatoes anyway, because they're such a hassle. It really depends on the weather. But they seem happy here, so I'm going to leave them there, and instead I'm going to use this bed for beans. Again, the beans would probably be happier if they had more sun, but I've not got any room anywhere else. Everything is completely full at the moment until the season changes a bit. You can see how much lettuce I've got. I just can't eat it quick enough. It took a while to get established, but once it does get established, you only really need a few plants and you're self-sufficient in lettuce. The rockets come on nicely. Looks like that chard's about to bolt. That other sort of red lettuce has come through, that's really nice too. More rocket there. The 2 chard plants here seem to be doing okay. No sign of fungus at the moment. They don't look the happiest plants in the world, but we'll see what happens. What is quite nice is these cosmos flowers. I got the small plants off my neighbour Pamela. Hello Pamela, if you're watching. And they're really pretty. The bees really like them. Yeah, so they're really nice, and they won't a lot of trouble to grow. There's another flower in there. So yeah, here's my bean plants. Some I've left in containers, and they're staked that they'll live the rest of their lives in there. One on its own there. So yeah, I'll plant these out next to the canes, and I've also got another plant on the table. So I'll cut back when I've done that. I've just picked up these bean plants, and I've just spotted something in the last week or so. They've started growing tiny beans. So I'm wondering now whether to put them in the bed, or whether to just pop them up into a bigger container. Although I've not got any compost left apart from the heavy stuff. I'll have to have a look at. I'm going to have a look at the other plants to see how many of the others have got beans on. Okay, so I've had a look, and 3 of the bean plants have got little beans growing, and another 4 over there that haven't. But I decided there's no point potting them up. A, I was going to get more compost, and B, they may as well just go in this bed, so I don't have to worry too much about watering. I've also got other beans in containers as well, so I think we'll hedge our bets and put these in the bed. While I've been planting up these beans, there's quite a few confused bees buzzing around, probably wondering where their peas have gone. Okay, so they're all planted up. Already this bed looks a lot happier. This one at the end I think is a Balotti bean, and the rest are French beans. So that's all my beans. All my beans have got homes now, either in this bed or in containers down the far end. Time to find something else to do. Although the sky's got a bit dark, I think we're due some more rain. And right on cue, literally 5 seconds after I said that and turned off the video, it started raining. So I think I'll go inside, have a cup of tea, and hope it passes. Yeah, everything is absolutely peak growth at the moment. The garden enjoys the rain, even if I don't. So yeah, let's go inside. Well, it's stopped raining again, the sun's come out, and it's quite pleasant. So my next job is I'm going to plant out this kale into this bed. What else? Oh, my monkey viewers in Hebden Bridge have been growing Venus flytraps. There should be a picture arriving on your screen of that. So yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I could do with a few of those myself. So yeah, plant out this kale. That might be the end of the jobs for today. We'll see. Right, final job of the day. I'm going to pot up these courgettes, which have already got little fruits coming. That'll be the last of the courgettes I pot up. These other ones I'll either give away or get rid of them. I've got plenty of courgette plants now. I also need to find somewhere for that coriander and rather poorly looking rocket to live, so I'll do that in a bit. What's going on here? Basil's bolted. Yeah, the garden is in full growing mode. The garden likes the rain. Aren't these flowers pretty? Right, I think I'll end the episode there. I'm just waffling on. Thanks for watching. Take care out there, and I'll see you on the next one.